changing out a kerf plate or cut plate on a Craftsman saw. Now this is an older model, and this piece here was extremely hard to find. Believe me, I was hell finding it. You couldn't find it almost anywhere, and I will put the link in for you to find that in the bottom of the video. E-replacements, I think it's called. And this one here is just, let's see here, model number, whatever the hell it is. Made in China. Okay, so now you know why it's screwed up. Now, however, this saw is about 8 years or 9 years old. Was used to frame probably about 35 custom garages, so it's had its day, and it's already had its brushes replaced twice, and it's on about its 30th blade probably, so it's a little worn out, but we're going to show you how to replace this, and it's not hard to do. And when you get them, most of them do not have a cut in them, so you want to get ready for this and what you use and how slow you go to get this done right. So watch this. Now this part that goes on here is right here, eReplacementParts.com, and it is the Craftsman insert. So if you've got one that looks like this, and believe it or not, millions of these saws were sold, and a lot of people in forums are complaining about not being able to get this part, so I'm hoping this is helpful. Okay, pretty simple. It's just removal of the screws. Most important part is putting the screws back and not over tightening them, and then doing your cut, because as you notice, this guard, this I guess they call it insert, kerf insert, whatever they want to call it, it is not pre-cut. So let's get that. Now the first thing I do is I'm going to make me a pattern of this in its entirety, so that now I know I can probably actually make one of these out of a piece of plastic, and then I'm going to install it. So let me pause and I'll do that and come right back. Alright, now made me a little template to copy this thing if I have to, because like I said, it is pretty simple, and I'm going to make it out of some black poly plastic if I have to redo this again. And by having this, you can see the screws are recessed, so you want to make sure that you kind of make a note of that. Now this one here, you want to clean out every ounce of this, any dust, dirt, or anything that's inside where it's going to mount at, because if it's got any in there, it will crack this or break it when you crank it down. So alright, now I had to end up taking off this squaring fence, and if you notice here, this is the identical part number, but you see that little gap? There's about 1/8 of an inch gap on this end down here, not quite shaped the same, see? So apparently the next one, when I go get that pattern to make another one, if I have to, I'm going to use this to get this accurate. Alright, so pretty simple. Make sure you clean everything off so you get any debris off of it to where you don't have nothing trapped underneath this, and then just go ahead and get your screws back in. Alright, now that it's in, we're going to go very slowly and just nick away at this plastic. Because you do not want to overheat it. Now this stuff here will wear away, but I'm going to take a knife and scrape it or peel it away. But that's the reason you don't want to go too fast, because this whole thing would have been melted plastic and it would have warped this. So be very slow and careful and meticulous on that, and then get your squaring fence put back on. Alright, now cleaned up, putting it up against your squaring fence. Put this blade all the way down, make sure you're unplugged, and then you're just going to square up those two surfaces and then tighten your fence up. Be sure the first few cuts you go slow, so that your kerf plate, protection plate, whatever the hell they want to call it, is not going to get overheated. After that, you're fine. Alright, pretty simple replacement, not that difficult. Damn Chinese can't ever get nothing right though.